Good morning, ladies. How are we doing? It's Friday. It's the Friday before we kick off our 4-week Renew programme. If you didn't already know, I'm Nikki, but I think you probably have guessed that by now. So I wanted to pop on today a bit early because I want to give you an insight on what we're getting started with. I don't want to throw it at you on Monday morning unprepared, and so we're able to use any of those excuses. We're not going to make excuses, and just get you a bit in the right headspace. Okay, so as mentioned, each week there's going to be a different focus, but the same focuses throughout movement and logging your food are going to be consistent. Week one's focus, I'm going to tell you, is going to be around sugar. Okay, now this includes alcohol, this includes chocolate, this includes crisps. Okay, you might go crisp sugar, but trust me on this one. And yes, I wanted to give you an insight because I want you to get prepped, and I'm going to help you get prepped depending on how hard you want to go into this. All right, now the more you trust me, the more you go into this and stick with it and use the group for support, the more you will get out of it. Okay, so I can tell you, week one, focusing around dropping any added sugar is probably going to be the toughest thing. Sugar is a high inflammatory throughout menopause. It's a high inflammatory anyway, okay? Throughout menopause, when we are more prone to inflammation for a number of reasons, which we'll go into, it is just adding petrol to the fire, should I say. So for the purpose of this program in week one, for sure, we are going to try and cut it out. We're going to cut it out, okay? If you're worried about that, you're really worried about it, whether that's alcohol, chocolate, crisps, what your go-to is, reach out to me, reach out in the group, because that is what we are here for, okay? Now, throughout life, after this 4-week program, I always teach a balance. So if you want chocolate, if you enjoy chocolate, we should never deprive ourselves of anything, because it doesn't work, in my opinion. I love chocolate. I like a glass of wine or two, but it has to be done in that balanced way. Okay. So, but for the purpose of week one, I want us to focus specifically on dropping it. Now, here's a few examples, and I'm going to post all these in the group. It's Friday, so you've got a good couple of days to prep. Here's a few examples of alternatives. So we've got the alcohol. We can simply go with fizzy water. I appreciate it's not alcohol. Appreciate it might taste different, but if you're into drinking Prosecco or gin and tonic or something like that, fizzy water, a glass at home might cut it. Depends on how much you drink and how often. We've got things like no secco, okay, so you can buy Prosecco. What to watch out for? You've probably guessed, added sugars, okay, but you can get it without any added sugars. It might be difficult for you depending on where you are and what supermarkets you've got. We've got non-alcoholic spirits you can buy now. Again, watch out for the sugars. There is alternatives out there, all right, so there's a few examples for you. If you're into your chocolate, then we can go down the alternative route of a couple of squares of small amount of dark chocolate. Okay, just watch out for dark chocolate. If you like it before you go to bed, it is really high in cocoa and obviously caffeine. So I made the mistake before years ago of trying it and basically eating a lot and not being able to sleep. So watch out for that one. We have protein puddings. In Aldi, they have these amazing little individual protein yogurts, and I was like, not going to taste the same. They taste really good, all right? So if it's an after dinner thing and you're looking for something that is a bit of an alternative to chocolate or something to snack on, things like that are great. Arla do them as well, the yogurts, okay? I'll share any of these links. If you want to know more, just pop a question in. And then we've got protein snacks. I'm going to share a recipe to get us going. Obviously, these are going to be quick, no-bake ones where you can just roll oats, dates, cocoa powder, even some no sugar chocolate chips if you want to. All right, remember, we're trying to find alternatives. We're not trying to be like 100% perfect here. So I'm going to share, to get us rolling, the ingredients afterwards. And then we've got crisps. If you're a crisp person, if you're a savoury person, remember it's all extra calories, extra sugar. So we've got popcorn, no sugar popcorn is a handy thing just to snack on. We've got nuts, seeds, not crisps, I know, but hey, if we want to make these changes, we have to have the balance. So instead of having crisps every day, you could have crisps 2 or 3 times, and nuts and seeds others, all right, as we move on. For this week, none. And then we've got the good old carrots, cucumber, dipped in hummus. Obviously, again, just watch out for the sugar in hummus. Some of the flavoured ones are really got a lot of sugar in them. And then we've got things like, you know, all the trendy lentil crisps now. So they are better. Just careful though, because some of them aren't. So just take a look at the back, see how much sugar is in them, and etc. Calories, etc. All right. So here's an insight for you. If you're worried about it, reach out. Okay, and that's not being silly, because sometimes sugar and our habits can be a crutch. But we're going straight in to sugar and drinking minimum of 2 litres of water a day. Okay, now that is going to help massively with any sugar cravings. Trust me on this one. Okay, so a little bit of insight for you. I'm now going to put a recipe in the group for the protein balls. And any questions on this, reach out. So you've got a couple of days just to get into that headspace. Obviously, we've got the movement coming as well, and the logging of food. So but that's going to be a focus. Any questions, let me know. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.